আমার অবস্থা আর একটু খারাপ, সুগার আউট অফ কন্ট্রোল তার সঙ্গে। Okay, so today I will start with lipids. So before I go, I have sent you my notes already. Today I will be talking from a lecture from SlideShare. I've seen that slides are very good there, so I will be talking there from there about what lipids are from that presentation. So I'm sharing my screen. Okay, hope the slide is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, great. So the word lipid is derived from the Greek word lipos, which means fat, lipos. So biological lipids, they are actually a chemically diverse group of organic compounds which are insoluble in water. You cannot dissolve them in water. They are soluble in non-polar solvents such as chloroform or benzene. So if you take chloroform, benzene, or even some type of oils, they are non-polar solvents. So let me explain what is polar and non-polar ones. So polar compounds you will find like water. You have a tendency of this being a bit negative, delta plus, not completely negative. So this is a polar compound. Actually, it is a dipole. So the in this dipole compound, this is basically lipids are not soluble. This is what you mean by a polar compound. You will find salts. Salts like sodium chloride, Na plus Cl minus, it will be happen inside the water. There will be an attraction over here. With this, there will be an attraction. So salts are will be soluble. But when you talk about organic solvents, let's say chloroform, CH, or carbon tetrachloride. This is carbon tetrachloride, trichloride, carbon or chloroform. Let's say chloroform only we take. There is no delta plus, delta minus. So polarity means you have a plus side on one pole and a minus side on one pole. So such organic compounds or solvents don't have any polarity. Polarity of charge. So let's get back to the original story. So the word lipid is derived from the Greek word lips. So they are soluble in non-polar solvents such as chloroform or benzene. They are hydrophobic in nature. That means hydrophobic in nature due to the predominance of hydrocarbon chains in their structure. Hydrophobic means they don't like water. Unlike proteins, nucleic acids, and polysaccharides, lipids are not polymers. In carbohydrate, you had seen that the chains they kept on repeating with each other. Like for example, many glucose units together, joining together, they will form essentially a starch or polysaccharides. Unlike carbohydrates, they are not polymers. In nucleic acids you will have lots of bases base sugar phosphates joined together lots of amps joined together and form a dna chain, rna chain. They are the chief storage form of energy. The lipids are the chief storage form of energy. They provide six-fold as much energy as an equivalent mass of glycogen. So they provide six times more energy as an equivalent mass of glycogen. I would like to talk about one more thing. One more thing. An important difference between lipids and carbohydrates. An important difference between lipids and carbohydrates is lipids release two times more energy. Just hold on. Lipids release 2 times more energy than carbohydrates. One thing is that the reason because behind this is that lipids have 2 times more, sorry, carbohydrates have 2 times more oxygen. Carbon plus monoxide, one oxide, it will give carbon monoxide. This process will release one time energy. Now CO plus another monoxide will give one time more energy. So from carbon to CO2, you actually have 2 steps. You have 2 steps of energy given. So lipid actually have oxygen content. Than carbohydrates. So using this philosophy, you will say that lipids need one step here plus second step C2CO, this is one step, and CO2 second step. So they release 2 times more energy. So carbohydrates are here, somewhere here. They have more oxygen, 2 times more oxygen, once one oxygen less. So you can say that lipids have or give 2 times more energy. So this so much for the basics. In aqueous environment, acha, unlike fats and oils are the principal stored forms of energy in many organisms. Lipids participate in oxidative phosphorylation. Neutral lipids upon hydrolysis yield glycerol and fatty acids. Many lipid molecules are amphipathic. Now let us see what do you mean by amphipathic? Amphipathic means one side is hydrophobic, one side is hydrophilic. So amphipathic, it means one side hydrophobic, it hates water, and one side hydrophilic. One side is hydrophobic, one side is hydrophilic. For example, there is a group of fats known as phospholipids. They form the important bulk of plasma membrane, right? So they have one side hydrophobic hydrocarbon chains, and one side you have, it can be phosphatidyl serine or phosphatidyl inositol, phosphatidyl choline, phosphatidyl ethanolamine. So it can be any of these groups. So this part is hydrophilic, it loves water. So this type of molecules are known as amphipathic. Okay. So the definition may be lipids may be regarded as organic substance relatively insoluble in water, soluble in organic solvents, potentially related to fatty acids and utilized by the living cells. They serve as a storage form of metabolic fuel, for example, fatty acids and triacylglycerol. They serve as a transport form of metabolic fuel, free fatty acid, triglyceride, and cholesterol ester. So, transport form means from one side, one place to another place. So, through your blood, these free fatty acids and triglycerides and cholesterol esters, they flow from one region to another. And actually, if the amount of this is high in your blood, in your arteries and veins, then these start to cause heart block and all these arterial block and all these things start to take place. Then you have to do a stent and something like this. They provide the structural components of membranes, phospholipids, glycolipids, galactolipids, and sphingolipids. So they are a main important, like I told, they are the most important constituent of uh, of plasma membranes. And of course, food, storage form. They have protective functions in bacteria, plants, insects, and vertebrates. They serve as part of the outer coating between the body of the organism and their environment. So once when I had a huge tummy, I still have a huge tummy. बहुत बड़ा टोंट है. So basically, some of my friends used to tease me and say that I have got an extra layer of protection which protects the internal organs in my stomach. So this was mm, a particular very important part that you can see that especially this was a joke, but in bacteria and all they serve as a protective function. My grandfather's younger brother, paternal grandfather's younger brother, he was a very big industrialist, Dr. Umapati Ganguly, Bengal Enamel. It was he was the owner of that. So he had lots of this fat. He died at a very young age. But it was said that once it happened that he was playing with his gun, and the bullet came out and it went inside his stomach, and then he had to basically he went to the hospital. He was himself a doctor also and a businessman too, and he went to the doctor, and but that particular bullet was never found inside his huge amount of fatty cells. It got lodged somewhere over there and it stayed there forever till he died. Many days later, he died, of course, but that fat there was so much layer of fat present. Okay, now let us go for the classification of lipids. So, classification based on their chemical composition. They can be simple lipids or homolipids. These are esters of fatty acids with various alcohol. Alcohol plus fatty acid, we will see the structure of it later. They make the simple lipids. Then you have compound lipids or heterolipids. They are esters of fatty acids and alcohol, and they possess additional groups also. Then the third one is derived lipids. These are substances derived from simple and compound lipids by hydrolysis. Water. We will show them what they are. So, what are the simple lipids? The simple lipids include fats, oils, and waxes. These simple lipids are derivatives of lipid-like substance called fatty acids. Now, what are these fatty acids? Fatty acids are long-chain carboxylic acid. They are generally greater than 12 carbons that have no solubility in water. The hydrophilic COOH group is referred to as the polar head, and the hydrophobic hydrocarbon portion is referred to as non-polar tail. Okay, so next we go. We will see the structures later. Compound lipids. Compound lipids, they are fatty acids esterified with alcohol, but in addition, they contain other groups as well. Depending upon these extra groups, they can be classified as phospholipids containing phosphoric acid or non-phosphorylated lipids. These are classifications. You have to learn them by heart. I have given you the link. Then you have the derived lipids. Derived lipids are the substances derived from simple and compound lipids by hydrolysis. They include fatty acids, alcohols, monoglycerides, diglycerides, steroids, and carotenoids. I will go through these structures of these fatty acids once more, but today I must go through the overview of the whole fatty acids. Then, what are the fatty acids? Fatty acids are the simplest form of lipids. These are monocarboxylic straight unbranched hydrocarbon chain containing even number of carbon atoms between 4 to 36. Fatty acids are also known as acyl group when is part of an ester. Ester is acid plus alcohol. When you join them together, it's an ester. Fatty acyl group. Fatty acids are amphipathic in nature. The fatty acids may be free or esterified with glycerol to form triglycerides. So, if you see my note about fatty acids and all, I have given the structures of it very clearly. So, just you have to practice those structures. So, types of fatty acids are fatty acids can be saturated fatty acid or unsaturated fatty acid. Unsaturated fatty acid can be monounsaturated fatty acid and polyunsaturated fatty acid. Monounsaturated fatty acid can be an omega 9 type of omega fatty acid, or it can be polyunsaturated fatty acids can be uh, omega 6, omega 3 type of fatty acids. So, saturated fatty acids, they don't have any double bonds. Unsaturated fatty acids, they have double bonds. If you have got one double bond, then it is monosaturated fatty acids. Many, then it is poly. Saturated fatty acids have no double bonds in the chain or contain single chain. Their general formula is CH3CH2N COOH, where N specifies the number of methylene group CH2. CH2 is methylene group between the methyl and carboxyl carbon. They have higher melting points. They are solid at room temperature. Example is lauric acid, myristic acid, palmitic acid. So these are not healthy things, because I will explain those later in the next class. But Saturated fatty acids, this is a structure of a saturated fatty acid. COOH is the COOH group is over here. And you have an unsaturated fatty acid. There is a double bond. Whenever there is a double bond, a bending takes place. It is known as kink. Now, unsaturated fatty acids are these fatty acids contain one or more double bonds along the length of the hydrocarbon chain. They are liquid at room temperature. They have low melting point. The commonly used system for designating the position of the double bond in an unsaturated fluid is the delta. So if they say delta 5 or delta 6, so at the fifth methylene group, you can say that the fatty acid is actually uh, uh, the double bond is starting. The double bond is starting. So you use the delta numbering system. Example are linoleic acid, oleic acid, palmitoleic acid, etc. In the naturally occurring unsaturated fatty acids, the double bonds are in cis configuration, and trans fatty acids are produced by fermentation in the rumen of dairy animals and are obtained from dairy products and meat. We will talk about cis and trans fatty acids in the next class, but these are the things you have to remember. So the type of unsaturated fatty acid based upon the number of double bonds present. They can be monosaturated fatty acids. They contain only one double bond per fatty acids. The double bond is between C9 and if you say delta 9, where you have one double bond, delta 9, that means the double bond is between C9 and C10, 10th and ninth carbon. C1 is the COOH. Polyunsaturated fatty acids or PUFAs. They are very most healthy. They contain two or more double bonds along the length of the hydrocarbon chain. PUFAs are also known as essential fatty acids. They are not synthesized by the human body. You have to take them from plant sources. Linoleic and linolenic acid. Saturated fat versus unsaturated fat. Saturated fat is present in meats, butter, dairy products. Unsaturated fat is present in vegetable oils. They are solid at room temperature, they are liquid at room temperature. Increased levels of bad cholesterols, low density lipoprotein, it's not good. They increase levels of good cholesterol like fish oil or mustard oil, olive oil. They are always, you will see them to be liquid. But if you see coconut oil, you will see that in the room temperature during winter months, it will freeze. Or ghee or butter, they will all freeze and they are not good because they are not, they will all accumulate in your arteries. Triacyl glycerol. Triacyl glycerol, I will talk about their structures later, but what they are, I will give you an overview. Triacyl glycerols are triesters of fatty acids and glycerol. They are composed of three fatty acids and a glycerol molecule. They are of two types. Simple, these contain single type of fatty acid, and mixed, contain two or more different kinds of fatty acids. So they are actually esters of glycerol with fatty acids. So this is glycerol, CH2OH, CHOH, and CH2OH again. And this is a hydrocarbon, this is a fatty acid. So many CH2, CH2, COOH. This is a fatty acid structure. So when one molecule of water comes out, dehydration, three molecules of water are gone, you have this ester bond formed. You have an alcohol and an acid. One is the glycerol is an alcohol, and glycerin, that is an alcohol, and uh, This is a fatty acid is an acid. So as they form an ester CH2. This type of structure is known as a triglyceride. So on three you have three fatty acid molecules on three carbons of the glycerol. If these two chains, if all the chains are similar, that is known as monoglyceride. But if the two chains are different, they are known as uh, they are it is a simple if they are the same. See, they have got single type of fatty acid. If mixed, they contain two or more different kinds of fatty acids. So if the three carbons have got fatty acids, they are known as triglycerides. If two carbons have got fatty acids, they are known as diglycerides. If only one carbon has got fatty acid attached, then it is monoglyceride. So triacyl glycerols, they are also known, they are non-polar, hydrophobic in nature, and a major form of stored lipids. These molecules, triglyceride levels should be controlled. It's not good. These molecules contain fatty acids of various lengths and they be saturated or unsaturated. They can be distinguished as fat and oil on the basis of physical state at room temperature. Then the question comes is saponification. Fats when boiled with alkali, uh, they form soaps and this process is known as saponification. Rancidity. The fats turn rancid when exposed to air. It is unsuitable for human consumption. So, uh, it becomes rancid when it is exposed to air. খারাপ হয়ে যায়. Then there is an esterification. You have seen carboxyl group of fatty acid is esterified when it reacts with alcohol and the resulting is an ester. Hydrogenation. Double bonds on unsaturated fatty acids can be oxidized or hydrogen be added to them in the presence of a catalyst like nickel and platinum. You can add more hydrogen. So double bonds, you can hydrogenation means you put in a double bond inside, unsaturated. They can be oxidized. Say for example, let me draw this. Normally the fatty acids, a double bond is present. This means there is one hydrogen attached here, something else is here. So this double bond, so if you add with water sometimes or with the presence of nickel and catalyst, you can expect that it becomes CHOH. This is not present. If you add it with water, this double bond is broken and you add two molecules of hydrogen is added. So function is it provides stored energy. It also provides insulation. Partial hydrogenation of cooking oils produces trans fatty acids. I will show you what trans fatty acids are next class. Phospholipids, glycolipids. So this part I will talk with you on the next class. That is in the next class part. So do you people have got any questions? Please do ask me. অনেকেই এসে গেছো, many people have come. Any questions? Hello, am I audible? শোনা
Yes,
যাচ্ছে?
sir.
Okay, okay. So if people don't have any questions on lipids, okay, I will send you this recording, and I have a plan to take a class tomorrow at 7 p.m. Do you people have got anything in the evening? না না 7 p.m. হবে না। কাল কাল করতে গেলে কাল সকালেই করতে হবে। কাল সকালে 10টার সময় কিছু আছে?
No, sir.
Okay, no, nothing in 10 o'clock tomorrow. Okay, so then that tomorrow 10 o'clock we will continue with this chapter. Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
okay. আজকে শরীরটা ভাল লাগছে না, আর টানতে ইচ্ছে করছে না। ওকে।